All right, we're live. I saw Nick on there, and he didn't have any chat on there, so I couldn't chat and tell him that I would join. So let's see if he comes up on this one. I've got to get on YouTube. Hold on a second, guys. Let me load the pop-up on YouTube. Come on, YouTube. Let's see. All right, come on, pop up. Oh, look at this. Everybody's here. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me just get the pop up. Oh, look at this. Everybody's here. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me just get the pop up. Oh, look at this. Everybody's here. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me just get the pop up. All right, there's the pop up. Hold on. Oh, look at this. Everybody's here. Okay.
Hey, Ken.
You got to put a chat on there or else we can't do anything. I saw you on there, but I couldn't reply because you had the chat disabled. There was no way for me. Yeah, you had the chat disabled, so there was no way for me to contact you to say, hey.
Oh,
it was just you on there going, hey, how you doing? But there was no way we could contact you. So you got to keep the chat on. Hold on a second. Hey, I got a question for you on a Briggs engine, though, because it's driving me crazy. Hold on. Let me put the pop-up chat back in.
Oh, is it that John Deere one?
Yeah, the 22 horsepower.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did I talk to you about this one? It's the.
Oh,
I went over, No. I don't know what it is. No, it's what it is. I went over there yesterday, and he started it up, and he ran it for about, I don't know. Yesterday, he ran for about a half hour. He cut the front of his grass. Then all of a sudden, just died. Okay, so I go over there with a can of starter fluid, and I said, okay, let's make sure it's not, fuel related, whatever. So he tries cranking it. I sprayed in the starter fluid. It didn't do a darn thing,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just thinking, usually you think time related coil, like it gets warm coils, but how can both coils go at the same time? It's a V-twin. I'm thinking maybe one coil can go and then they would still run on one cylinder, but it's like the whole thing just dies. But then I've had, who's on? Hold on, let me just say hello to who's on. We got Pate's on here. We got Harry's on here from England. We got Breezy's on here. Bama's on here. We got a lot of people on. But anyway, then I was thinking about the diode, the kill wire with the diodes in it. That's usually on the V-twins, so it doesn't. But and I'm thinking, but I'm saying to myself, when those diodes go, usually it burns out one of the other coils, So hold on, there's Bama. Hey, Bama, what's up?
What's up, man?
So usually it'll burn out one of the coils, and he'll wait till it cools off, then it starts up again. And I'm like, wait a minute. So I'm sort of freaking out, and then I'm saying to myself, could it be bad spark plugs? Because they're brand new spark plugs. And I'm like, what are the chances of both being bad? So I don't know. I got to pick it up and play with it. But I'm sort of driving. I don't want to order $100 worth of 2 new coils and then it's not the coils,
Yeah, I had an opposed twin that did that. It has the one coil with the 2 wires.
Absolutely. I've seen it happen in the opposed. I've seen it, but this is the V. And it's like the only thing I've heard about that was where the solenoid screws up on the bottom, the fuel solenoid.
They get
so it's working fine. It's, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Bam, I don't know. This V-twin, I mean, both of them going at the same time. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of weird. I don't know.
That's for my opposed twin.
Yeah. The opposed, if it was opposed, I'd probably have it solved. But
the Vanguards have them, the twins.
Yeah, this is an Intech. So
yeah, that's what I have.
That Kohler that we're talking about, that time that it sounded like a spark knot. She'll flutter, and act up. You idle down, you let her cool off, and then you can throttle up. And sometimes she'll run like a scalded dog.
Yeah.
I got me a new coil, and I put that joker onto it. It solved that problem right then and there.
Wow. Well, yeah, this thing here, he drives at Bama for either 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes even. Then all of a sudden, just dies. Then he has to wait, 20, 30 minutes to start it up again. And the minute I hear that, I think coil. It heats up, coil. But I don't know. It's I don't know. But both coils
usually on them B twins, usually one will go bad, another one will sit there and skip. It'll be skipping.
But this whole engine, it's like someone shut the ignition switch off, just just dead. And I'm like, what the heck would do that? Unless then I was thinking, okay, does he have maybe the mouse chewed through one of the wires, and over time it vibrates and hits one of the fins underneath, and then
Well, like the kill wire.
How would it get back when it's cool? I don't, you know what I mean?
Like the kill wire.
Drive me crazy. I don't know. So I think I'm going to grab it and take the shroud off and see what's going on. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab it, take the shroud off, pull the kill wires right off, and then just see if it stays running.
Yeah, but it could pull itself out,
Yeah, I got to do something because it's driving me nuts.
But
anyway.
I got the other day, I got me a Craftsman 2.
The old silver ones?
Oh, I like those.
The GT
90. Oh, the GT. Oh, nice.
Those are with the high and low.
Yep.
Does it have the Kohler?
No, it's got the Pose twin in it. Briggs, 18 horse.
Wow.
That's a better motor.
I don't know if she's locked up or not. I tried to turn it on the flywheel and I couldn't turn it. So I don't know. Is belt locked up? How they lock up on the belt. I ain't messed with it yet.
I've also seen the exhaust valve stuck or valve stuck, so the camshaft can't move, and it makes you think the whole thing's bad. So,
don't have a cover for the breather, and the whole top of the breather inside the breather cover is all rust.
Ew.
And I hope she ain't frozen shut.
Could just be a stuck valve because all the crap got into the valve guide. Could be. I would check on each valve, take a screwdriver and see if each valve can move,
What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the plug onto it, fill it up with transmission fluid, let her set until I can get around to it, and then take the belt off the other side of the motor for the mower deck, put a wrench to it and see if I can get her to turn.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, pray it's that.
I'm hoping. I really am.
Yes, those are good. Those are good engines.
I'd love to get it running again with the original motor in it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Will. Hey, Will.
Hey, Will. Yeah, I have an old John Deere with an opposed twin.
I used to hate those because before I learned about how to fix those carburetors, it drove me nuts.
Oh yeah, those carbs.
Those twin cylinders, the twin carbs, the Nickies.
Yeah, like the top comes open and the float's at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's how I clean them out. I take the little drain plug off the side, pull the top of it out, blow it all out with carb cleaner, take the jet out in the bottom of the bowl, take the jet out, clean that all out, put it all back together.
It has that little pump on it too, right?
Fuel pump built in.
Yeah. You could do away with them.
Yeah.
Yep. I've adapted a bunch of those Kohlers with the old mechanical pumps on the side of the commands to the brake style vacuum. I just put a block off plate and a little nipple, and I just stick it. Hose on it. That's all.
Yeah, it'll be better with that.
Oh yeah. Yep. Well, you know what it is. If a lot of people leave those Kohlers over the winter, and that mechanical fuel pump, when those diaphragms dry out a little bit, they will not self-prime. And a lot of times you have to stick fuel in through that metal hose that goes to the carb and back prime the diaphragm to get them wet, and then it'll pump again. So they're a pain in the butt. But when they run, they run.
Yeah.
I was watching, I don't know if you guys know Craig Arndt, ARNDT, Craig Arndt. He does some tractor stuff and stuff. He's out in, I believe he's in Illinois. Anyway, he had a Kohler and he was complaining about the lifter tick. You know how because Kohler commands with the lifter tick, and he ended up buying 2 brand new lifters from Kohler. When he got the lifters from Kohler, he said, "Oh, let me take these apart, brand new." There was water in them. Now, brand new.
Oh, really?
So I don't know if sitting in a warehouse or something. There was literally water in these lifters. So anyway, he took them apart, put them back together, and it took, I think, 10 minutes of runtime before it finally quieted down. And I'll be honest, I never heard a command that quiet before, because usually commands have that tick, 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 tick. Mine
does.
He put the new lifters in. I'm telling you, after 10 minutes, you couldn't hear a tick. It's unbelievable. I mean, I know you got to use the 10W30 in them or 1040 because they recommend small engine. But unbelievable. Real quiet. I never heard.
My mom said, "Hey, kid."
So,
I mean, the Kohler Command's a decent engine. You know, it's not that bad.
Yeah, it is.
And they're hydraulic lifters too, ain't they, Ken?
Yeah, that's what it is. And they always have a tick, 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 tick. You always hear them ticking. But normally, after a few minutes, they pump up. Put the oil gets in them. They pump up just like a car, and then they quiet. But I've had a few of them that still have that tick, 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 tick. You know. But I never thought of just ordering 2 new lifters and throwing them in. I never really thought of that. You know.
Yeah, I actually, guys, once before the valves had to be adjusted on them, and Polar Bear said no, they're hydraulic.
Hydraulic, yeah. There's no adjustment. You torque it to a certain setting, or actually just like on a car, like more like Chevy, you just tighten them and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
The Courage has adjustable ones.
Yeah, but Courage. A friend of mine, you were talking about the V-twin the other day, Nick. My buddy was gonna buy a V-twin Courage tractor today. I told him don't do it. Yeah,
I mean they're better than the single, but I still wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Too much plastic and all the other crap in there. You know, I finally
they got the plastic cams, don't they?
Plastic, everything in there. A lot of it's plastic.
Oh yeah,
great. Yeah, everything's plastic.
Yeah, they do.
I get home today because we're supposed to get snow tonight. They said maybe a little snow flurries here.
What?
Not me, probably northern Connecticut. They said above 800 feet elevation. But anyway, I get home. It's raining a little bit, not too bad. But I finally power washed that. Remember I told you I had that tractor all covered with oil with the Courage in it, and I didn't want to touch it.
Oh, yeah, the valve cover.
Yeah, I finally got home today in the rain. I said, you know what? Screw it. I took out my pressure washer in the rain. I put on some old clothes. I went out there and I pressure washed the crap. It took me about a half hour. That thing is clean as can be right now. So we'll see. The motor's loose. Either the bolts are broke or it's loose or something. So I got to look on that tomorrow.
What do you use spray your engines with?
You know what I did this time, Bama? Nothing. I just used the water. I just used my pressure washer. It's like 2,200 PSI. It's an old quantum engine. It's an old, I bought that thing 1995. So it's what, 25 years old? And once a year, I lend it to people to use on their decks and stuff. And I, just keep the oil in it and that's it. But, I was going to spray Simple Green. Usually I Simple Green the hell out of it. And then I just blast it out the water. But it's for some reason, I just said, it's pouring rain out. I said, let me just put, water on it. And it cleaned up good because it had all that black crap all over it. Like when it like moldy and stuff in the shed. That's what it was, all over, tons of it. But there was oil. I mean, I know a lot of times when people have those valves, the oil drain valves, the one you just turn, the quarter turn and you pull out.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they have those, they don't know how to shut them off or something. They spill oil all over. I think that's what happened because there was tons of oil. It looked like it was caked all over this thing. So I said, and I can't stand working on engines that are grimy like that. So I said, the hell with it. I pressure washed the whole darn thing, everything, the rims, the deck, everything. I got
old Craftsman 14 horse. Yeah, I think it's 14. Yeah, 14 horse overhead. It's got oil all over the frame of it, and everything like that. And I was sitting there going, do I dare to pressure wash this thing? Because it runs so good and I don't want to mess with it,
I've done that where you pressure wash it and you can't start it. And
always brakes, right? Always a brakes.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
If you hit like the voltage regulator or something on a Briggs when it's running, I would turn the tractor on, let it run. So I'll clean it while it's running. Spraying it all of a sudden, blah, 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 and you're like, oh crap. And then it won't start. And always 10 minutes before the customer's going to come, now it won't start. Crap,
Yeah.
always. So
and I know what it is it's a sump gasket's leaking on it, you know.
Yep. Oh, they leak a lot on those, yeah.
Yeah.
The new one though, they beefed up the gasket on the new one. They redid it.
I mean, it's so that motor runs so good, you know. Yeah. I hate messing with it.
Yeah, those are good motors. Those are good.
Yep. Let's see. Mega's here from New Zealand.
The flathead brakes are always good.
Oh, anything flathead, yeah. Yep.
Anything, yeah. They just run and run.
But the Quantum is my favorite, though. I love the Quantums.
Well, they'll go forever, too, if you take care of them. You know, do the maintenance.
I got an old flathead 10-horse.
Oh. Yep. I have a 9-horse Snapper rear engine rider. It's a 9-horse Briggs flathead. I tell you, you pull the cord and boom, just.
Yeah, there's no valves. You don't need to adjust any valves.
I've been using synthetic. What is it? Pennzoil synthetic. I guess they make it from natural gas. It's supposed to be like, pure good oil or something. So I tell you though, it's nice and quiet. And the only thing that sucks about it, it's like almost clear. So when you go to check the oil, I end up having to take a Sharpie and I put a Sharpie line on my dipstick. So when I stick it in, otherwise you can't tell where the oil is. It's clear.
Wow.
You have to it.
Wow.
So I ended up putting a Sharpie line on my dipstick so you could see the shiny versus the dull. But I tell you, the synthetic. How much is the synthetic more than the normal? Not that much,
I got a 1973 2-horse flathead.
What, Briggs or what?
Briggs.
Oh wow, 2-horse. What was that in?
I don't know what it was on.
Maybe like a tiller.
It was locked up. It was locked up.
That's all I'm thinking.
It was locked up, and we filled the cylinder up with transmission fluid, and we actually put it in the scrap pile. And I went down the scrap pile to see what was in the scrap pile for metal, and I reached the hold of the rip cord, and I pulled on it, and she broke loose. And I brought it up to the house, and we pulled the plug off from it, jerked the head off from it, and we re-ringed it, re-honed it, and reset the valves in it, and back the valves, and put a new set of points into it, and she fired off. New carb gasket. What are you doing?
That's flatheads for you.
That's it. Yeah, I'm just hoping this Courage tomorrow starts because the battery's almost dead. It just barely turns. And I said, well, I've seen so many times where you put a brand new battery and the tractors come to life, Yeah. So, my dealer's good. They'll stock, I forget the brand, but they're 300 cold cranking amps out of a little tractor battery. Because a lot of times when I get a tractor, they'll have 160, 170 cold cranking, which sometimes is enough to start it. But you throw something like 300 on there, yeah, it's gonna turn it.
Yeah.
What is like Interstate?
No, it's I'm trying to think of the brand. It's a name brand, but it's I'm trying. What the heck is it?
Yeah, there's Everstar or Die Hard.
No, it's a black battery. I'm trying to think of the brand. It's a name brand. Anyway, he sells them for $50. He gives you $5 for the core. So that's not bad.
Okay,
yeah, I can't. But 300 cold crank amps, man, I think I'll turn a Mack truck over.
I bought 2 of them from Napa, and they're $23.99 a piece. But they're only 140. They're only 140, 145 cold cranking amps.
Yeah, for a small engine, it's okay, but this with the V twin and all that stuff here, for $50, what the heck, I put it in that S30, but I got to do the I have to do the starter solenoid fix, or I have to do a relay fix for the solenoid on the command. You know how those solenoids get screwy where they won't click all the time when you turn it. So you could either put one of those remote relays on it. The little relay's got the 4 terminals on it, 87A and all that stuff. You either put one of those relays on it, or you put a Ford solenoid, 3-post solenoid, and it'll jump the wire right to it. So either way, but it seems to start for me though with that 300 cranking amp battery. Click the key a couple times, but I want to deliver this to the guy without him having to go like that 3-4 times. So I'll do that tomorrow. But that thing's almost done. The only thing I have to do to that STX right now is fix the brakes. I think the disc is locked on the spline, so it can't float in and out. and by not being able to float on the peerless rear end, it just has no brakes. So I got to fix that. That's all.
The current though, they have a metal governor gear. That's about it. The governor gear is metal.
Yep.
It snaps in. It's so cheap. You like just push it in.
Yeah. Doc Olson is here. Good evening, Matt. Yeah, so it's just been, like I said, one of those days. It started raining here about 2 o'clock, I think it was. And Matt may get some snow tonight if he's up toward Hartford way, so he may get some snow. Will in Norwich, I don't know. He's closer to the ocean. I don't know if he'll get snow. But they're saying a little bit of flurries tonight. It's supposed to go down to like 33, 34, something like that. Crazy. It's been 60s, 70s, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, I was working on my grandpa's tractor today.
What's he got?
He has an 84 John Deere 116.
Oh, okay. The Kawasaki engine?
Post twin.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
And a 160. That's the small. Is that the smallest one they made, right? The 16 horse. Is that the smallest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yep. Interesting.
Yeah.
Although Briggs made a Vanguard V twin 14 horse. It was only 14, but it was a V twin. So yeah, I've seen that in some engines or in some tractors.
Yeah, I have
Steve up in Canada says -4 there tonight. So yeah, it's cold up in Canada.
You know what's really weird about those Vanguards? They don't take a lot of oil.
No.
They're small stumps.
Yeah. Well, look at a Honda. I worked on a Honda the other day, and I looked up the oil and said something like 9 ounces. That's all it took. One of these newer Honda, 9 ounces. I'm like, what? Yeah,
like
usually
3 quarts.
Usually 16 ounces. You know what I mean? Yeah, 9 ounces is like a quarter of a quart. It's ridiculous. Yeah. But I would be afraid running it on an angle, though. You know what I mean? They tell you don't run it more than 15 degrees because of the oil slinger. So yeah, that's why I like some of the Cowies and stuff. Even the push mowers have oil pumps and filters. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, oh man.
And the brakes, though, I use synthetic 5W30. That's what they recommend.
Oh, do they? Yeah.
Yeah, the Intex and stuff, they recommend that. Yep.
Yeah, I did a video the other day on the Kawasaki's. Now they're recommending 1040 in some of their. My dealer was saying, I guess they had some heat-related failures because they're running them so lean now. You look at the spark plugs; they're pure white, and they're running so hot. They're just breaking down the oil. So now they're recommending up to like a 1040. And I buy Kawasaki oil anyway. My dealer sells it, and he gives me a deal, so I can't complain. I get it fairly cheap.
Is it good?
It's a synthetic blend, and I've been using it for years. I'll actually buy it from him by the case.
Okay.
He sells it pretty cheap. And but yeah, it's Kawasaki brand oil. I don't know if they make it, or it's probably private labeled, but it's a synthetic blend. But I either do a synthetic blend or full synthetic. I don't do regular dyno oil anymore. Synthetic, what's it cost? An extra 50 cents a quart. It's really not that bad. Years ago, Mobil One, $9 a quart or something. That was crazy. But now you can get even what is it? Walmart. They're synthetic. They're what's their brand? That blue bottle, whatever the heck it is. But they sell a synthetic, full synthetic in Walmart. It's only like $19 a 5-gallon, 5-quart container. So how can you beat it? So can't complain. Let's see who else is here. 70 Bonneville. If I'm not mistaken, that is Mud Mower, Lucky 7 Mud Mower. I think that's his other handle is 70 Bonneville.
Yeah, that's it. It's Super Tech that Will said it.
Yeah, Super Tech. There you go. Yep. The Super Tech. Yeah, I mean, I used that in my truck for years, my S10, and I tell you, it's 170-some thousand miles. The thing still runs like a top, never smoked or anything, but
Oh, I missed my S10. I love those trucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Matt, I saw it. I moderated it actually, but anyway. Yeah, it looks like you got a lot of stuff with the that big tote or whatever it was. Heated flywheel. Heated flywheel. Heated grips. You ever see Matty's channel, Nick?
I think so. Yeah, I feel like
if you're into especially Husqvarna chainsaws, he's the channel. So anything the Husqvarna chainsaw is Maddie.
They're good chainsaws.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Husqvarna makes a lot of good stuff.
Oh yeah. Mrs. Pate is on. Hello, Chris. She's listening. So sure. Actually, Pate's stream will be tomorrow at 8:00, so we can't miss that, guys. That's always a fun time talking to the Mr. and Mrs. Oh wait, I'm sorry. 70 Bonneville is Pat. That's who it is. I'm sorry, Pat. Any Tractor Man. That's right, Pat. How you doing, Pat? I know Pat had a little car accident. Hopefully you're doing good now, Pat. Good to see you on. We were just talking about that the other day, Pat. A friend of mine was in an accident. We were talking about those tools that you put in your glove box to cut your seatbelt off. The firemen are always recommending them because they have the hardened tip you can break your window with, and then they have that sharp blade that you can cut your seatbelt off with. So I got one of those in my vehicles just in case. I don't know if the wife would ever use it, but it's there, you know. So
yeah.
Let's see. Matt, you say heated flywheel though. Does it mean flywheel for a heated grip machine? So it's got the flywheel with the alternator underneath, is what I think that's what you're saying. So let's see. What else is going on here? Yeah, Mega, you're talking about using synthetic. I use a synthetic blend for my oil too in the 2-strokes. But lately, if I'm working on customer equipment, though, I'll buy the pre-mixed stuff at Home Depot, Lowe's, just, without the ethanol, because inevitably these customers are going to use the thing for 5 minutes and throw it on the shelf for a year. So it'll just come back in another year for the same problem. So I always sell them a can anyway. If my customer comes through and I see they're only going to use something to cut down one tree, I'll sell them a can of the pre-mix. That's all. No big deal. But what's funny, in my Home Depot, they don't have the 40-to-1 anymore, just the 50. I have to go to Lowe's to get the green can, the 40-to-1. I prefer the 40 over the 50 because a lot of stuff I got is older, so I'd rather give it a little more oil. You know? Nikki's here from Ireland. Hello, brother Nikki. How you doing? Let's see. We have Harry from Hagree. Why don't you join up, Harry? Actually, Harry, it's late for you. It's 2 a.m. where you are, Harry, isn't it? Or what? 5? Let me see. 5. Yeah, it's 1:45 a.m. in England, Harry. So you're up late. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Holy cow. $447 just for that flywheel. Holy crap. Matt's talking about a flywheel that has like the alternator built into it because they had heated grip chainsaws that use a alternator under the flywheel. Wow.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah. He bought a tote, like a Rubbermaid tote, just full of parts for whatever. I don't know if it's on eBay or something. And I guess that was like the golden prize he got in there. He didn't even realize that it was in there. So that's interesting. Yeah, 145, Harry. Thanks for staying up, but you should go to bed. Anyway. Generator separate. Yep. Sounds cool though. Anyway. Oh, I just talked to James. Matt, he's having a little trouble, I'll put it that way, but I'm waiting for him to call me back. So hopefully he'll call me back soon. But our friend James Faust, so prayers out to James. He's having a little rough night, but hopefully everything will be better. Let's see. Will, I guess you're really getting into those 357s, huh? You bought another one, I hear. I tell you, that's one thing. Will's Garage, I see him on Facebook now. I see him all over OPE Forum. Busy as hell. The guy, he's putting out all kinds of stuff. Every day he's got all kinds of stuff. So, yep. We also. Go ahead.
He's on Facebook?
Yeah, he's on Facebook. He's on a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I always get notifications on Will. He's all over the place. But he's got all kinds. He's working on everything. He does everything from outboard motors to 2-strokes to 4-strokes to everything. I mean, he's experienced with all of it because he's successful at all of it. So that's good. So I think if I'm not mistaken, Will, do you do the? Are you doing the marine stuff during the day, or is it general mechanics during the day? Because I see you work on some of the outboards too, and I'm wondering if you're just a marine guy during the day or what. Harry, it's okay to be a night owl, boy. When you get to be my age, you need your sleep. So you'll learn. Oh, man. Oh, Nick, what do you got? A vape over there?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My nephews do that. If they come in the house with that, I kick them out. The house smells like cotton candy. I can't stand it. You know? You see people in their cars with those vaping things. You can't even see their heads. They open up the window and it's like whoosh. It's like the car's on fire. You know?
Yeah, it has a lot of vapor.
Ooh. You got to watch though, Nick. There's a lot of crap in there besides vapor. There's chemicals and all kinds of crap in there. Just watch yourself with that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I don't do it.
I know my nephew's addicted to it. I mean, he holds that thing like it's a child. I mean, he doesn't even go anywhere without it. You know?
Oh, I don't do it that much.
Yeah, you got to watch.
Yeah, I don't do it that much.
Yep. Let's see. Yeah, it's funny you talk about sleep. Steve, you're saying 4 hours a day. I usually go to bed around maybe 1 o'clock, and I'm up at 4. So I get, 3 or 4 a night. I don't get much. But I'd love to get more than that. But after I work third shift for a number of years, my body will not go more than 3 or 4 hours. I can't do it. You know, the third shift wiped me out. I would be up for 4 hours. I'd sleep for 4 hours, be up for 6, sleep for 4, then go to work third shift all night long. So it did something to me, and I can't sleep more than 3 or 4 hours at a time. I don't know what it is. 10 years. Yeah, Harry, you'll learn. You'll learn to value sleep. That's for sure. They even say people that get 9-10 hours sleep a night live 10 years longer than people that don't. Well, I don't know. We'll see if that's true someday. Who else is here? What's that?
What's Will's Facebook? Is it just Will's Garage?
I think it's just Will G or something like that. And I don't know if he's on Instagram or whatever, but I see him all over the place. I get notifications all the time. He's posting stuff. Will, post what you are on Facebook, because I know I get notifications. I'm trying to think. Let me look at my phone here and see if I got anything from Will, because I do get notifications too. Let's see, Facebook. See who shows up. Because I think if I'm not mistaken, Will, his picture on Facebook, I think is him and his girlfriend, versus his picture on OPE is him with a cigar or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There it is.
You got it? Yeah. Will G, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he posts all the time, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, well.
Yep. Oh, okay, he's got his whole name on it on Facebook. There you go. There you go. Let's see. Anywho, who else is there? Nobody else wants to come up. Everyone, I guess, was it 8:45? It's still early. Not too bad. I figured, Nick, I would just ask you about that V-twin because that thing's driving me nuts. You know, the guy told the guy $100 for 2 coils. He's like, I'm like, dude, what do you want? You know, I'm not going to buy the Chinese crap. I'll buy the 40. Instead of spend $35, I'll spend $44. You know.
Yeah, on an OEM one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, especially on coils, electrical stuff. I'd rather, you know, I bought the Chinese like everybody else, but I have one customer every single year that I buy a Chinese coil and I have to replace it every single year. So, what's up, Maddie? Oh, you got a little bit of Kenny going on here, huh? Holy cow.
Yeah, I got to get rid of it soon.
What do you hear about work, Matt? Anything?
As of right now, I'm contracted to go back June 1st.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So
yeah, the governor's saying, what, May 20th for most other stuff?
Yeah, I that can change.
Yeah.
So.
It's funny. I talk to a lot of my friends who are like barbers and things like that, and half of them seriously are making more money sitting home than they would if they went to work. And I was like, my God, I just don't understand how we're going to pay back all this stuff. I don't get it.
Truth is, we paid it all in taxes, but
yeah,
whatever. I mean, this yeah.
I know.
Tough
Crazy.
Tough
Well, Lucky Seven, Mudmower, was saying that he had hired a guy like 2 or 3 weeks before all this stuff hit the fan, and he said the guy he hired was furloughed, so they sent him home, and he's making more than Lucky, who's working. So, yep. I mean, where's the justice in that, right? I don't know. So what'd you do? Find that thing on eBay, Matt? It's just a big pile of parts or what?
It was on Facebook. There was a guy on Facebook. I'm part of a trading group on Facebook, and there's a guy out in Montana apparently that was just like, I'm just getting rid of everything and starting over. So he literally emptied his shed, and he had a pile of 288 pieces, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll consider that. So I had looked at it and hemmed and hawed about a little bit, but he wanted $350 plus shipping, and I knew the shipping was going to be pricey.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and what happens is the bigger the parts pile, the more of a liability it becomes. It's not even a pile of one. You can have a pile of gold, but you're just like, what am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
So as the piles become bigger, they become more and more of a liability, more than a godsend. So like, okay, so he's got 2 totes full. What the heck am I going to do with it, and where am I going to put it, and all that stuff. And then he's like, I'll throw in a 346 XP, and I'm like, okay, for $50. Turns out that might have been too much. But anyway, so $500 later, it's at my door. 2 totes, 288 stuff, and a 346 XP, and for sure that darn flywheel is it's the one thing in the parts pile that's going to make the whole thing worth it.
Now, wasn't there steel in there too? Was there like one with steel or something, or was it all Husky?
It was mostly Husky. There was definitely some weirdness in there. There might have been some 3120 in there. I don't, probably some like old 77, some 65, 77 weird stuff, 2100, whatever that was, which I'm just not familiar with. So the odd stuff I just send to my guy Brian up in Vermont. Brian Ploust makes anybody and everybody that has chainsaws look like rank amateurs for parts collections. Ken, you're not remotely close to having as many parts as Brian. So if you're looking for chainsaw parts on eBay, he's got a lot, and not just Husky. He's got
what's his name on
eBay? He's BPLUST, B Ploust, on the forums and on eBay. So and he comes by every now and again. He shows up at the door, and he's driving on through or whatever, and he's usually got a car load full of orange saws.
Oh, wow. Now, is he a dealer or something, or what is he, Matt? What is?
He is an architect. I think he's an architect by training. Oh. I think he does timber framing right now as a profession.
Yeah.
But he's got a pile of saws up there that he does, kind of in the downtime. He does parts.
Huh.
So, which still at this point, I'm now convinced, and been convinced for years that doing parts is really the only way to make money with chainsaws.
Yeah. Well, look at Randy's engine repair. I mean, I use him once in a while, but his prices, they're crazy. But you know what? When he's the only game in town for a part, you got to do it.
And I can't buy from Randy anymore. He banned me from buying from him.
Oh, funny still story. After all that time?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, funny story. So I was looking up part numbers, and I happened to come on Randy's engine repair for an oiler for a 372, which are incredibly common. But he had it listed at north of $100. I'm like, yeah, come on, it's ridiculous. You can find them for just stupid cheap. But anyway, my kid clicked on the buy it now button, and I'm like, oh god, and like instantly, I went and I wrote an apology, gave him an explanation, please give me my money back, whatever. The next thing that I hear is there's a shipping notification.
Wow. So he didn't even give me a chance.
I'm like, why the devil would you have a shipping notification if I just sent this to you?
Yeah.
And they gave me my money back.
Yeah.
But I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, yeah. Huh.
When I just gave you a real rational explanation of why I didn't want to buy it, why would you just then go ahead and ship it out without even paying attention to the message that was in your inbox?
Or no?
I don't think so. No. But still, they must have paid for shipping or something like that.
Yeah.
It was really stupid. The whole thing was dumb. And then over that email exchange, they banned me, and I'm like, why? I was a previous customer. I wasn't going to stop being a customer. It's just my stupid kid had clicked the button, and for Pete's sake, just cut me a little slack. And I did everything I possibly could to avoid that, and I did it immediately. I did everything I possibly could, and they still.
Yeah, for some reason, he has access to some NOS parts, especially McCulloch parts, that are just impossible to find,
So then they're going to be expensive.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the truth of it is that all these little parts that I'm finding really pay for the parts pile, which is kind of the idea,
Well, I saw your post for that HDA. You could have cleaned the darn thing.
Nope. I'm not cleaning it. I'm not touching it. That thing will pay for itself without cleaning, without touching, with zero work involved. Somebody else can do it. Because if I stick it in the ultrasonic, it may get messed up in the ultrasonic.
Yeah.
But so
are they knocking those off now? Because I saw what looked like Chinese HDAs for like $210. Have you seen those?
Well, they have HDA 120 and the 144s. Yeah. And they want big money for those.
Yeah.
And those are the genuine article, but apparently those are still big money. Yeah. Randy's Engine Repair wanted $160 for one of them things.
Wow.
I'm like, shoot, I got one sitting around. Maybe I'll put that up for sale.
Well, like you said, you get a parts pile, you sell 2 or 3 things, you make it all back.
You make it all back, and then I have time to sit there and fiddle with all our bolts and whatnot. And now I got to sort through all that. I still have to sort through that pile of bolts I got the other day. And that same guy that I bought the 288 stuff from just sold like the rest of his shed to the head of the guy in the trading group. And he literally drove 8 hours with a buddy in a full-size truck with a trailer and filled the whole thing.
Wow. Just chainsaw stuff or all kinds?
Chainsaw stuff.
Wow. Well, like you said, man, where the hell are you going to put it all? That's the problem,
So you have to start flipping it, and you got to get, start organizing and getting rid of it in a hurry. And at the end of the day, if you got the time to do that, great. But hopefully you come out ahead,
Yeah. I tell you though, Will, he's catching up to you, Matt. I mean, he's putting out all kinds of stuff. He's fixing everything nowadays,
Baby stuff.
But I tell you, I mean, he cranks it out.
Baby stuff. That's okay.
Well, I think you got him started on the 357, 359 kick.
Well, I wish him best of luck. When people start actually getting into it, you start realizing, and you start, if you're going to try not to cobble things together, this is real expensive.
Oh yeah.
Oh my word.
The other day too. I mean, porting it is fun and all that, and you're not going to get your labor back, but porting it's fun. But if you're going to sell it for someone who's really cutting wood, a stock OEM cylinder or piston is probably the way to go in most cases, right?
you're less likely to hook a ring. Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this point, I don't want to sell to guys that don't know how to use a wrench. And the thing is, most of the tree guys have not half a clue as to when how to stop and say, something's not quite right, and go in there and turn it. Check head bolts, whatever. All that stuff. It's the simple stuff that means that saws come back to you, and something simple turns into something really complicated in a hurry with a chainsaw.
Nikki's asking you something, Matt.
Oh, I can't see the chat.
I don't know if I get it. It says, "Sorry, Matt, I gotta ask. That guy, was his surname Long?" Did you say something? Okay. I don't get it, but that's okay.
Yep. Well, the guy's last name, yeah. I saw the Facebook post.
Okay. Yeah, Pate likes the beard, but you know what? As soon as my barber is available. He called me the other day. I just want to trim it down a little bit because it's gonna get warm out. Although you may get snow tonight, Maddie. Who the heck knows the way they're talking?
Yeah, I heard snow. I'll tell you what, though, the cherries are looking pretty good. I was kind of surprised. I was thinking I had lost quite a bit, but I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, but when's harvest time for those? Like June, July?
Yeah, late June, early July, often maybe mid-July for some of the varieties. How's
the Rainiers doing?
They're beautiful trees.
Yeah,
beautiful. Some of the trees look kind of, Some of the trees are real robust looking. The Rainier is a nice combination of a robust looking tree with beautiful fruit. Just beautiful.
That was last year where it wasn't too hot. Was that last year?
Too much rain last year, no pollination. And we came close to the rain issue this year, but more this year I think was the frost issue. So it was the frost cold. That was it was. We had some chilly nights, so they didn't all die, but we definitely I would say we lost at least half. We've still got quite the crop. If even half of the blossoms come, really good.
Oh, here comes Nick back. Hey, what happened, Nick?
You're back.
It's crap. That vaping. You gotta stop that vaping.
Nah, it's not that.
Kids, youth is wasted on the young. So you going on it all, man, or what?
I was going to if I was going to finish up that 394, but I have stuff in shipping limbo.
Yeah.
This is terrible. I've got stuff from China that's been in shipping limbo now for nearly 2 months. I have 2 other packages that are in shipping limbo postal service. One's from Chains and one's from Brian up in Vermont. That stupid 394 dog, the Spike.
The starter, yeah.
And that's gonna
the dog, the Spike dog or starter Paul? What are you talking about?
Spike dog. So once I have that, it'll be done, and then Bobby wants it. So I can, get it tested and ship it out. But
I was going to say, speaking of testing, what's Mason been up to? I haven't seen him in a while.
I have not heard from him all week.
No.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, he's cutting something. Because that's what he does. Mason can cut. Oh.
Does his father do it too, or is it just him?
His dad does it a bit. He's more of the woodworking type. His dad does more of the little woodworking projects.
Now, where are they? Out of the Northwest Connecticut, or what area?
I think it's Wallingford.
Oh, okay. All right. So in between you and me, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Interesting.
So I'm going to let you guys go. Nick, I'm going to let you. I've been talking too much. You guys have a good evening. Be safe. Don't forget to eat your asparagus. I'm out.
We'll see you on the next one.
Later.
James, how'd you get there? I thought Leah brought you. Oh, wait, she's working. So,
Then I'm having some cake.
Oh, whose birthday here? Is it just regular dessert?
Oh, it's my parents' anniversary.
Oh, nice. How many years?
26.
Ooh, yeah, 30 for me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, seems like yesterday. All right. I think I'm going to end it. We're at 50 minutes. We're coming up. Maddie may go on, but unless anyone has something else, it's only me and you. So I'll give it a couple. I'll give it to 1 hour. So we got 10 minutes left. We'll see if anybody else chimes on. But everybody, don't forget Pate's chat tomorrow morning, 8:00. It's sort of a ritual with a lot of us on here to watch the Pates go at it and have some fun. So interesting. I wonder where Ed is. Polar Bear Ed. Usually he'll stop by if I go on. I see him. He's
right?
Yeah, his Sunday night chat. I usually try that at 7. You know. But
yeah, Mick and Scott get at it too. It's funny.
Yep. Yeah, Mick's been pretty good. Scotty, I think he looks better without the beard, but we'll see. Our governor now is talking about everything here is supposed to open on May 20th, so that's only like a week and a half away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, you know what it is? He's counting how many less instances of hospitalization due to COVID, and I guess this week we were down like 17% or something. And as long as they maintain like a 10% reduction per week, he'll keep the May 20th date. So we'll see what happens. You know? We'll definitely see what happens. It'd just be weird because I'm used to having no traffic and no one on the road. But what I dearly miss more than anything else is going to the diner. I mean, I love going to the diner and not having a diner. I mean, takeout, yeah, but it ain't the same. Going to the diner and having the diner coffee, going to the diner for breakfast. My buddy Rich and I, we do it every single Saturday and Sunday, and we haven't done it in 2 months. It's just like, I don't know, part of my life got taken away,
Yeah.
So, but I gotta have in your Jersey, diners. I mean, you gotta have a diner. But anyway, who else is on here?
I think Connecticut and Jersey. I think they're working together to reopen.
I think so. What's his name? Murphy. What's your governor's name?
Murphy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I heard him the other day. I mean, anyone's better than that Cuomo guy. Forget it.
Oh, I know.
That guy's a nut job. Forget it.
Yeah.
Every day it's like he thinks he's Trump or something. He has to get on every day with his daily or whatever Corona stuff. Crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, and De Blasio, he's another one.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah, they think they're above the law and everything else, but whatever.
Yeah.
New York's always been that way. But Brandon, where are you? You say you're an hour behind. Where are you located, Brandon? BS. An hour behind. You know where Brandon is, Nick?
Brandon.
BS Small Engines. I'm wondering what state he's in.
I think is he south? I think he might be south.
He's south, but he said he's 1 hour different time zone.
Oh, that's central, so that's probably Midwest.
Yeah.
So he's probably like Kentucky, Tennessee, maybe.
Chris, that sounds good for breakfast, but you know what? It won't beat Lucky Seven's breakfast. Every morning after Pate's stream, or even during Pate's stream, Mike comes on from Lucky Seven, and he has a plate. Everything from the pig but the oink is on this plate. And every Sunday he eats it. And I don't know how his heart hasn't stopped right now, but it looks so good. It looks so good.
Oh, he's in Central Texas. That's where he is.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, he said it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a 1 hour.
Yeah. Oh, man. And Mega, he's down in New Zealand. So
New Zealand.
I think it's morning there now. Yep. Well, you got Nikki in Ireland. You got Mega down in New Zealand. Leonard, who's on once in a while, he's down there in New Zealand. So we got a lot of guys Australia, New Zealand way. And like I said, a lot of the UK guys come on. I do a lot of the UK live streams because they're just fun people. Mick and Snobby and Dusty and all those people. They're fun. We have a great time with those guys.
Yeah, I like them.
Oh, yeah. I was on Snobby's today. He went on there like 3:00. And when I got home after I pressure washed that engine, I went on Snobby's for like an hour and it's just fun. We have a good time. Dude, the guys over in UK, they're hilarious. I mean, we just have fun.
Yeah, you have like Sparky.
Oh yeah, Sparky always. Yep. Well, you heard the other day he had to go on an all day four different buses to get to a funeral for his wife's father or grandfather, and it took him a whole day to get there. Then he had to stay overnight and a whole day to get back because the buses only ran once a day because of the transportation over there with the COVID. So crazy.
Yeah.
Kami Cuomo. I like that, Timmy. That's a good one. Thomas Andrews. Hey, Thomas. Welcome. But yeah, so hopefully tomorrow will be good. I'll get that stupid Husky tractor with the Kohler Courage going because I just want that thing out of here. I definitely want to fix the brakes on that STX 30 because once the brakes are done, I just have to fix the starter and that's it. Get that out of here. Get a payday on that one too.
Yeah.
But and I had that tiller I got from my buddy. I want to start doing some patches of my lawn. Start playing with that. That's fun. But in fact, I saw that exact same tiller today on Craigslist here in Connecticut. The guy only wanted $85 for it, but it was a rust job. It was and I'm lucky because the one I got has the Kohler engine on it. A lot of them you see have the Tecumseh engine. I'd rather have the K-Series Kohler.
Yeah,
so,
I'd take K-Series.
And like I said, if you saw the video, first pull, the thing started right up. So
what do you think you could sell it for? Like a couple hundred? Probably.
I've seen them from $300 to $600 normally because brand new. I have the original receipt from 1981. It was $1,026 in 1981. And Matt Olson, if you search his videos, he bought an NOS, exact same tiller, NOS, never been used before, from 1981 for $1,000 from a guy. Never even had oil in it. And so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah. But I'm going to, try it out. I've moved it. Everything works. Everything runs. I just have to, I've got 4 or 5 good sized spots on my lawn that I want to use. I have an Echo Powerhead, that PAS Powerhead, and I have one of the rotavators for those, and they work good. Don't get me wrong, but a horse from Troy built, forget it. You just hit the button and boom, that thing will do 3 feet wide, 20 feet long in 10 seconds. So I'm looking forward to playing with that. So Robert Mailhouse, welcome, Robert. I'm doing good. How are you? A couple new people here tonight. That's good. But my chat is normally Sunday, 9 a.m. I had it at 8 a.m., but I have some friends in Canada that were complaining they had to get up early. So I changed it to 9 because I'm hoping my buddy Bruce Pender comes on because Bruce is always great conversation. And I see him sometimes on Snobby and Dusty and Mix streams because they come on later in the afternoon. But I guess 9 in the morning is actually 7 in the morning for Bruce. So he's 2 hours. He's above Montana in Canada, but Bruce has some really good videos out there. And,
I've been watching his channel for years.
Whenever Bruce joins my stream, I get subscribers like this because everybody loves Bruce, and even Mick too. When Mick comes on, and even the Patés now, they're getting real popular. So whenever certain people come on, you get hits and you get new subscribers. So what are you up to now, Nick?
It's just the same stuff.
Yeah. No, what's your subscriber now? How many?
15.
Oh, get out. Really? That's it?
Mm-hmm.
I figured you'd have a lot more by now. I think I was at 320. Where was I? Hold on. But it's funny. You go back and sometimes you go on there and you have like 320 and 2 minutes later you look at 317. You're like, who left me?
Yeah.
But 319. Yeah, it comes and goes. We'll see what happens. I just want to get to the magic 1,000. Once I hit the 1,000, I can take my phone, go in my vehicle, and do live streams out at customers and stuff like that. That was always, I used to do that until they instituted the 1,000 rule, but who knows? But anyway, all right, we're coming up on 1 hour, 59 minutes and change. So I'm going to end it here. Nick, thanks for coming on board. Everybody else, Patés. Oh, Boneyard, you're just joining. I'm just leaving, but that's okay. Everybody, tomorrow, 8:00 a.m. Eastern time, Patés Performance. Join the chat. We'll all be there. It's always fun. Any theme for tomorrow, Patés, or is it just a normal we wear standard clothing? Is it just going to be funky dress optional or what? Anyway, Join Pate's chat tomorrow at 8 o'clock. I appreciate everybody being here. Will, Timmy, Mega, Pate's Boneyard, everybody else that's here. Thanks for joining. Nick, we'll see you soon. And hopefully we'll get that V-twin going. I'll tell you what I did. And we will catch you guys soon. So talk to you later, guys.
All right. See ya.